Welcome to Behind the Badge with your special guest, Lieutenant Williams, your news source for all things police in the city of Fond du Lac.
It's KFIZ Today on a Friday, our weekly visit with the Fond du Lac Police Department. Lieutenant Ryan Williams in studio. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic, and I always like these shows because it means less content that I have to come up with as we're going to meet a new officer.
Yes, we've got a new officer in the studio today. Introduce us to her, please.
This is Emma Lohry, and I'll let her tell us a little bit about herself.
Yeah, so as he said, my name is Emma. I was actually born and raised here in Fond du Lac. I've been living here my whole life. I went to Rosenau Elementary School and then Woodworth, and then I graduated from the high school, so I'm super excited to be able to work here.
And she had to mention all this, we were just talking about schools and school orientation, which is part of our before the academy stuff. But you kind of realize some of the stuff you do, you probably don't have to do as much of it when they're from Fond du Lac.
That definitely helps, right? And most of the hires usually not from the city, yes? No, at least the newer ones, or?
Yeah, it's about half and half.
Is it?
I
Okay.
think, or at least have ties to the area.
Right.
So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. What drove you to law enforcement, Emma?
So my first full-time job was in a county jail, not actually as a law enforcement personnel or anything, but it's kind of there that I fell in love with the field and decided that this was the direction that I wanted to take with my life and my way of trying to give back to the community.
What was that experience like at the jail? What were you doing, and what was it about that you said, you know what, I want to get law enforcement?
So the initial job that I was doing was kind of more of records, working at a front counter, more so like customer service, but I got to see a lot of the aspects of like what police officers do, the behind the scenes of it that the public doesn't necessarily all see. And I could see like how many lives could be touched and changed by law enforcement personnel, so that's what I decided to get into.
And when you transitioning from high school into college or whatever you went into that, did you know that you wanted to be a police officer at all? Was that at all on the radar, or what were you initially going off to school for?
I had kind of considered it when I was younger, but that was something that made my family really nervous, so I didn't really see it as an option. I originally was going to school for biology and pre-med, so kind of a big change in career decisions.
Just a little bit.
But I kind of realized this is what I wanted to do with my life, and it was what was going to make me feel the happiest and most fulfilled.
So now she starts her journey with the, I don't know if we talked about it, but the last group that went to the academy, they were all CSOs, and we actually have one of our CSOs also sitting in the studio here, Dwayne Stein, who's going to the academy with Emma in a couple days. But what we did with them was we brought them in a week early and did some orientation stuff, which actually speeds up our orientation on the back end. So this week they did defense and arrest tactics, they did active shooter response, they did a first day of just get to know like all that stuff. We do our own little video series of get to know our officers with cookies with rookies, we call it, and so they have all that. Pretty busy week to go into a busy academy that will start next Monday.
What do you know about the academy, and what are you looking forward to about that?
So I recently went through like jail school at the same location at Fox Valley Tech up in Appleton, and there was actually a police academy running at the same time in the room over, so I got to see a lot of what happens. It's kind of a lot of a mix between scenarios to practice, real life situations, and then a lot of actual like time spent in the classroom, listening to lectures, learning about the law and stuff. But I'm just really excited for all of it. I love to learn, and I'm excited.
Does it seem surreal that this is actually happening, that you're gonna become a police officer in your hometown of Fond du Lac?
Absolutely it does. It definitely feels surreal and it's a really proud moment for me.
It does, it feels like it's been a longer journey, for you than some, but you know, Emma was one of those, that, you know, we were really proud to get, especially helps with that experience in the jail. Like, some of our best officers have come from the jail because they really get to know like people, and they know how we work too. Although, like, when we work on the road, sometimes there's conflict between us and jailers over certain things. Medical clearance being one, is the jail often does not accept many people without some sort of medical clearance, which takes a lot of time, and then officers have to sit with them during that time. But we are all on one team, and we have one common goal, so it's good to have that experience coming in.
So has lieutenants given you the road test yet, as far as, and I'm guessing because you're from Fond du Lac, you would know how to get from one side of town to the other in 4 minutes or less, right? Or is that
We're gonna put that to test. We're gonna figure that out. One thing I just started recently.
What are you laughing about?
Just laughing about it. 4 minutes. We'll see about 4 minutes, but I can find my way pretty
Well, it
quick.
depends what time of day it is, that's for sure.
Right.
But one thing that I started doing just recently with our new hires is I put together a scavenger hunt of Fond du
That's
Lac.
our idea.
So just kind of, and it's not just all like places, but there are things around our community that that they have to locate, and then they have to take a picture of them. So if you see these guys, we're going around town taking pictures of things. That's what they're doing to prove that they found them, and they have to complete the scavenger hunt. And some things are pretty easily to find, and some are a little more obscure. You might need to use the Google on your phone to figure out what I'm talking about. But they're out there, and throughout their course of the week, if they pick up on some of the things, I'm kind of a bearer of a lot of useless knowledge of this city. So I take that, and then I include that on the scavenger hunt as well.
I'd love to see this thing. I'd like to,
I know, like the last group, like I said, they were all CSOs, so we had them compete time-wise, how much of the things they could find in 2 hours.
In 2 hours?
And they weren't able to complete it. No, but
Wow.
they were pretty close, so. I don't know, we'll have to maybe talk about our results the next show on that, so we haven't done it yet. So.
That'd be great. I'd love to see that. This kind of sounds like a play off of the deal that you do around the holidays.
Yes, so that'll get them ready for the holiday heist, which do you guys know about? Do you know about the holiday heist?
No.
So neither of them, Dwayne's shaking his head. So we do a Christmas thing where we hide clues around the city, and you have to figure out things. So that'll be coming. You guys will be, they're still gonna be in the academy during the holiday heist.
Oh, will they?
Yes, it'll be over by the time they're out. So they leave for the academy next Monday, like I said, and they'll be in there until like mid-December.
It's a long process.
That is, it's a long deal, but they have a couple of vacations in there where they're, you know, with Thanksgiving and stuff like that, so they have a couple breaks in the academy. And it's gonna be crazy because we have 4 people getting out of the academy in October. We've got in the process of possibly, right now currently we have 3 people in backgrounds for hiring. And there could be a lot of new people. You're talking like a big swing in the next year here of new people. And we've been bringing them in constantly, so.
Yeah. How does that make you feel?
A little overwhelmed, but they are getting a new spot, recruitment retention specialist, which is gonna help me. Hopefully, it could be in the next couple of weeks, we'll bring that person on there and get to know whoever they are. We have not chosen them yet. But that'll be great, kinda help me with all the oddball things that I do, and maybe it'll give me time to do more oddball things around here as well.
We like when you got more time to do oddball stuff. Emma, anything in particular about once becoming an officer here in the city that you're looking forward to?
I mean, I touched on it earlier a little bit, just being able to help out the community that helped raise me. I've had a lot of ties to the community just throughout my education here. There's a lot of really, really good people here, and I think I'm just proud to be able to say that I can help protect and serve them.
Fondy pride, as we call it.
Absolutely.
That's nice, that was a good answer.
Sounds like she's full of it.
double hit the record button on that. So another thing we talked about, Emma, is today we talked about some specialty units. So some things that you can do in your career in the future, and it's not like you'd have to do them forever, but things you might want to try. Were any of those of any interest to you?
So I've always been a dog person. I actually kind of worked part-time at like a dog boarding kennel. I've helped out at like the Head to Tails pet rescue here in Fond du Lac. I'm a huge animal person and I absolutely love dogs, so I think canine would be super awesome someday.
That's awesome. And we talked about like how we currently have 4 canines in the city of Fond du Lac, which is nice. It's a good healthy number. So it's something that we definitely support here, and it's a great not only is it great to counteract drugs in the area, but it's a great community outsource. Like everyone likes to see a dog, there's something about seeing those dogs, and it's something where it makes it easier to approach an officer when they see a dog. And coming from someone that was shot and their dog was shot as well, people cared way more for my dog than me, I believe. I know it's probably not true, but still, they would always ask about the dog first. And definitely people come out en masse to support animals.
I worked in TV news in Green Bay when all of that happened, and we did cover stories on Lieutenant Williams. I think we might have done a few more on Grendel, just because, yes.
A dog is a dog.
And the dog is a dog, yeah.
The dog, yes, they always win. So.
Absolutely.
So yeah, a lot of good stuff, a lot of new hires. I'm gonna stay busy, and we'll hopefully keep bringing more to you.
This is great. Yeah, we love meeting the new hires. It's great for the police department, great for the community. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you next week. It's Lieutenant Ryan Williams behind the badge, KFIZ today.